is spazzing out, y'all. What is up, everybody? I'm Courtney. Yes, I sound like this. I have been literally sick for 4 days. So whatever y'all are out here sprinkling in the universe, I'm gonna need y'all to take it the fuck back because I don't want it no more. I sound like crap. Daryl Paulette, Bedford Paranormal. What's up? Badlands Paranormal in the house. We live, baby. So yeah. But while we wait for Sean, okay, can't make this up. I made this man what he requested for dinner, and he literally said, "Tell everybody I'm going to be late because I got seconds. I don't care. It's worth it." So,
in my grave with a silver stain.
What's up, Carrie Whitby?
Let me down.
Howie Odell. How are y'all? So yes, I apologize if I
sent Howie a message and he never got back to me.
Apparently, Howie, you're getting in trouble for ignoring Sean. Now, I know I sound like Lois Griffin every day, but like I really sound like Lois Griffin today.
Hey, Peter.
Ronnie Anderson, Bedford Paranormal in the house. Mama D, what's up, Ma?
I'm not going to see without my glasses.
What's up, Robin? It's right here, honey. Or you've got that pair. Why you got to come in here and take up the whole room?
Let me down.
But guys, speaking of Howie said what message? He never got a message.
Say it like a young kid. I texted you.
What's up, Rhonda Harris?
I can't wait.
Psychic medium Rhonda Harris. Mom says, "Hey, Sean."
Mama, I love you.
But guys, speaking of the universe while Sean's getting himself together, I was deep diving. What's up, Amy, with Jinkies Paranormal? And I apologize again, guys. I'm going to be coughing. Why are you all up in my face?
Smell funny.
Y'all are about to witness, like lavender, because I've got it on my temples because my head is going to explode.
You smell very calming.
Well, that's good. That's a good
Y'all
thing.
seen that movie, American Werewolf?
This is so weird. You're being weird. Guys, I told Sean the other day, I was like, you're the only weirdo that will be in someone's face when they're sick. He is wearing the hats. He is wearing the hats.
Boom!
Here we go. God, please, my head. Yes, it was a good investigation, Carrie. We're going to talk about it. So, but really quick, guys, I wanted to talk a little bit about the universe. I've had a lot of people message me this week and ask me, what the heck is going on in the universe? Okay, like a lot. I've had a lot. And I've had to break it down. So, not only is the moon shrinking, you guys, obviously, Mercury is in the microwave or whatever you want to call it. Okay. And it is in retrograde, guys, till the 20th. Then it goes into like its post-game chaos. And everything's just like shooken up right now. What's up, FPRI? With that being said, I started deep diving. Okay. And I started looking into Nikola Tesla and a few other things that we were discussing. Okay.
3, 6, 9.
So Nikola Tesla believed that the numbers 3, 6, and 9.
Can I interrupt you real quick? Nikola Tesla's an OG for saying it. 3, 6, 9. Damn you fine.
That's right.
Can you suck it to me one more time?
Because check this out. This quote came out like
to the window, to the wall.
All right. What's up, Kyle?
I'm sorry, y'all.
Yes, it's in the microwave.
Hey,
you gotta shake your chimichangas or whatever.
All right, I'm gonna stop.
All right. Nikola Tesla believed numbers 3, 6, and 9 held the key to the universe, guys. He believed that it represented foundational patterns of energy, frequency, and vibration. So his actual quote was, he said, anybody, I got to find it now. I want to get it right. Those who believe the numbers will help them manifest their desires hold the key to the universe. That was his actual quote. Okay. So if you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would have a key to the entire universe.
3, 6, 9.
All right. But the fascination inspires the 3, 6, 9 manifestation method to align with universal energy. So, if you guys want to know what's going on in the universe, I just need you guys. I'm not going to go deep diving into it because it is like a whole lot about the 369 manifestation. But towards the end of Tesla's life, he was reportedly displayed a lot of compulsive behaviors related to things in threes. So he would walk around a block 3 times. He would clean his plates with 18 napkins. He would only stay in hotel rooms that were divisible by 3, the number 3, because he truly believed that these numbers represented the energy, frequency, and vibration of the universe. So, and he held that all the way through. So, modern proponents of manifestation use these numbers to focus intention, writing down desires 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, 9 times in the evening to manifest your goals. Definitely, if you're struggling with what's going on in the universe, guys, 10 out of 10, try Tesla's theory of 369 and
you
see.
fine. Maybe
So,
talking to me one more time.
This leads us into, I'm glad Badlands posted this.
Speaking of Edison.
Okay. Thomas Edison stole his work. What's up, Kyle? Let's
Kyle.
see. The lowest and highest prime numbers. Never mind, I'm tipsy. Then you hold the key to the Lord on 3, 6, and 9. What's up, Jess Webb? Shout out Beyond the Badge Paranormal, guys. Hashtag content for a cause. If anybody in here is struggling with mental health or knows anybody that is struggling with mental health, 10 out of 10, hit up Beyond the Badge Paranormal, survivefirst.us. There is somebody on deck 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to help you or your loved one with whatever they're going through. Even if you just need somebody to talk to, you are not alone. Beyond the Badge Paranormal, guys. I want to win. Wait, Amy said, I want to win the lottery. Should I play 369? There are people that literally play those numbers like daily. Ronnie said, I think Tesla got shocked way too many times. Badland said, I love these old history stories. I know all about it.
Howie.
All right. So Howie has your attention. So going back to Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla, Sean ventured out today because, again, I've been sick. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going around anybody right now. And he comes back home and he says, I've made a purchase.
I said, I got to call Howie. Well, I didn't call you, Howie, because I know you're probably at work.
Whenever he says he's made a purchase, I sit here and I stir my tea clockwise and stare at him over the brim of my glasses, because this purchase can be anything from $5 to $5,000. So where are we going, Mr. Elliott? I need to know. This man proceeds to tell me that he got
a dictaphone.
A dictaphone.
Not a dick-to phone.
Okay.
But a dictaphone.
Immediately, I'm like, you did what on the phone? You sent your what where on the phone?
Ain't a phone screen big enough for that. What I said was I got a dictaphone.
So, for those of you that don't know what a dictaphone is.
Well, actually, first, let's see in the comments. Without Googling, is anybody familiar with the dictaphone? Just without Googling, just off the top of your head. Second question, just within the comments. Are any of you guys aware that Edison and Tesla, are y'all aware of their paranormal history? Are you aware of their paranormal feuds? That's the next question. And I'll give you guys a minute to comment.
Really quick, though, did you get a dictaphone or did you get an ediphone? They're two different things.
I got a dictaphone. Well, no. Sorry.
You got an ediphone.
I got an ediphone. Sorry.
I had to correct you on that.
I got an ediphone. That's my bad, y'all. I got an ediphone. I got an ediphone.
Dick on the phone. I'm not judging, Sean. It's 2026.
I got an ediphone.
Similar
technology.
Now, Badlands, I thought he was sending the dick on the phone. Just kidding. Okay, Badlands said it's where it records your speech. Sorry, guys. Ronnie, I know what it is. Kyle, ain't it a wax recorder of paranormal voices? Okay, Kyle.
Kyle's a different breed.
You can make the Tesla box.
Bingo.
Ma said I got a dick I own. All right. All right.
So we're talking some of you in this room know that I've been going old school with a lot of different stuff as far as paranormal investigating. And to go old school,
Okay, Brian Elder, hi, welcome in. The old ones
my
look
man
like a record
Brian.
player.
Brian, good to see you again.
Well, before you go into that, can I tell everybody exactly who may not know what an Ediphone is?
Go
Like,
ahead.
actually,
Talk
what it
about it.
is, and then you can go into all the stuff you've been doing. The Edison Ediphone, guys, was actually introduced around 1916. It was super popular through the 1920s. So it was definitely exactly what Sean said. It was a dictaphone, it was a dictation machine. Except the Ediphone was developed by Thomas Edison to record voice onto wax cylinders. So it enabled users to record memos. A lot of secretaries would later transcribe these memos. It featured a shaving mechanism to reuse the cylinders, competing with early dictaphone systems. So the dictaphone actually came out in 1877, and that was a collab between Bell and Edison. And then Edison created the Ediphone in 1916. So essentially, it allows users to speak into a tube, it records it onto a wax cylinder, and then it often included a mouthpiece and ear tubes for playback, a foot pedal to like control the speed. It would most often be found on a stand for office mobility. And then again, it required a shaver so that they could resurface and reuse the wax cylinders for more dictation. While early models used wax, there were later iterations like the 1940s Edison Voice Writer that shifted to using vinyl diamond discs. Antique Ediphones, especially well preserved or operational units, are sought after heavily by collectors, with prices varying based on conditions. So, definitely, Sean came home with a piece of history. Badlands pays attention to our TikTok. I love it. Howie said, interesting fact, they found clay jars in Egypt that had recordings made in clay. So, I mean, I guess it would essentially be the same thing, but you were saying you've been recently doing a bunch of stuff with old school technology.
Going back old school with technology, and to go back and use old school technology in your recording, and we're not just recordings, but with all that we do, you have to
Interesting.
go back and look at Tesla and Edison and look at their feud and read about it. Those guys literally went at it. I mean, went at it. You know, the stuff we use today, where did it come from? It didn't come from your favorite fake TV shows. It came from a lot of it came from those two. Go back to the history of the spirit box, you know, and stuff like that. Where did that come from? And Howie said the Tesla box. We were talking about that. So I found that using some old school technology and using tech and thinking outside of the box, using equipment that isn't designed for paranormal, you know, yeah, Howie, most of what we have today came from para research. I'm gonna go a step further. We live, baby. What's up, Michelle?
What's
With
up,
the Honda
Michelle?
Department. If y'all don't follow her, please follow. She has some content on YouTube. Great content, I should say, on YouTube. But I'm gonna take it a step further and say, Howie, you know, am I wrong for saying all of the equipment pretty much that we use in the paranormal field came from pretty much those two? I may be missing a few things, but it's inspired by those two. You know, using now I will go a step further to say I most likely you will not see me using the Ediphone my paranormal research. Number one, that thing is heavy. I picked that thing up today and was like, Jesus Christ, I'm not going to be carrying that thing around. I can't wait to try it out and see what I get with it. But what I will say is that if you come by and holler at me during our paranormal conventions, because the word Paracon is starting to make me itch. when I hear it. But if you see us at a paranormal convention, I will probably put it on display along with I have original cameras from that time period as well. Because I want to show light on where we got our start with with what we're doing. Um, but if you noticed, those of you who investigate with me notice that I'm pulling out old tape recorders.
What's
now.
up, Michael Brooks with FPRI?
What's up, Michael? I'm using old tape recorders even in the field because we need to get back to it. And if there is equipment that I'm using that is modern, I'm leaning more towards equipment that thinking outside the box, which is going to roll us to our investigation that we just did with our team. I was so happy and thrilled to finally investigate with our team.
We were missing one.
We were missing one. We're missing our newest member. I understand that your bill's coming for investigation.
Work.
So she has to work. However, I look forward to in the future investigating with Jessica, but she was missed. But I got to investigate with our team, and there's three things that I will point out. And I'll get to Ronnie's comment in a minute because he's got a great point as usual. He says our earlier digital recorders we used as dictaphones, doctors recorded notes, and that they were recorded on paper for records. True.
What's up, Sam?
What's up, Sam from Wyoming? But I will say that there are several things I learned at our last investigation. Most teams, and I hear it all the time. I see it just from conversation, from posts, would have thought this investigation was slow. It wasn't active because our equipment was not doing nothing this last investigation. Nothing. Paul from Culpeper Paranormal is very knowledgeable of Civil War history, and he's very knowledgeable of the surroundings. That's the key thing that I see investigators lack is not knowing your area you're investigating. Howie and I have this discussion a lot. Knowing your environment. He pointed there's a tower directly across the street from the graffiti house. That's where we were in Brandy Station, Virginia. And he told us that tower is inactive and they want to tear it down because it's nothing. It doesn't do anything. It's an old state trooper tower that they use and it's not active. So he said the EMF in the house, there shouldn't be any. Me pulling out the old school tri-field, there's not much EMF in that house. So K2 spikes or EMF spikes, they weren't there. What if UFOs could detect the compasses records from engine forward and interesting? So does the compass give off a form of energy? We're gonna get there, Howie. So REM pods, Courtney's favorite thing. Not one chirp from a REM pod.
The EMF trip rope went off a few times.
The piece of equipment, the second piece of equipment that I hate the most, the EMF trip rope, it went off a few times. In the typical area that the other trip rope that we have went off. Not a fan of the EMF trip rope, y'all.
I did pull out a UV light.
So I'm experimenting with LiDAR right now. LiDAR is something that I think is a beautiful piece of technology that is really cool. I really love the theory behind it and using it with paranormal just to see what happens. And nothing that was going off. EVPs were okay. They weren't great, but they were okay. So I decided to pull out a piece of LiDAR equipment. And I'm second guessing LiDAR because I'm like, it's not picking up anything out of the ordinary until I walk into a room that was very active and it's mapping out a chair in the room. Except for the chair wasn't there. It was a big blob in the chair in the shape of a person. And I'm staring at it. Chad, an investigator on our team, was communicating with it.
He's
EMF getting
detector.
massive EMF spikes in that room, which I just checked that room out. There's no EMF in that room that I was picking up. So I'm like, okay, we're on to something. There's a blob in the chair. All of a sudden, the closer he got to it, this blob starts to dissipate. And as the blob is dissipating, the chair starts to form into a perfect shape of the chair, even mapping out where the boards were lining in the back of the chair, and the blob was gone. And the rest of the night, nothing else weird like that happened. And in my opinion, was that paranormal? Um, in my opinion, I'm gonna have to say yes. That was very interesting because it mapped out every single thing in the room with the lidar, and it was mapping out the couches like the little couch chairs that were there. It was mapping out people like us that was in there. It was mapping out everything in the room except that one chair. It was just a blob in the shape of a person. And then the closer Chad got to it, it just like disintegrated, and then it went to the form of the chair. So, along with that, we were hearing footsteps, loud knocks and bangs in several areas of the house, including that room. And so I thought that was very interesting. So I put all pieces of equipment away. And when it came to the Courtney, when we're having a slow investigation, she'll pull out Spirit Talker just to see what happens. Yes, them old nasty phone apps that we all love so much. Just as something to do. And we were just listening. We were hearing knocks. We were hearing disembodied voices, all kind of stuff going on. We became the piece of equipment. And the last time we were there, we got the name Ambrose. And I haven't gotten that name on Spirit Talker ever. I've never seen anybody get it. I've never heard of anybody getting it, and we've never gotten it. But there's two names affiliated with that property of Ambrose. It's Ambrose. There's two Civil War generals with that name that's affiliated with that place, and I wanted to know which one it was. So I decided to cut on the SB7 spirit box, and we were going to figure out if that place is really affiliated with Ambrose. Which one is it? So I was throwing out all kind of false information, trying to trick whatever it was, but it answered. It was Ambrose Hill, and it answered it twice on the spirit box. So those three things are the main things that we got. We got other little things too, but those are the main things that gave me confirmation of something was engaging or evidence of something weird. Now, skeptics can argue, but to me, there's no reason for a spirit box to say, if I'm asking which Ambrose it is, and it say Hill twice directly after I ask a question, that's kind of good confirmation there. I believe one time it said not Burnside. There's no reason for a spirit box to say Burnside. And as far as Chad even asked for a report, and the spirit box said, "Here's your report, sir." And spirit boxes don't typically say full sentences as well. So again, the lidar thing was my highlight because again, there's no reason for the chair to show a blob when I'm standing maybe 5 feet away from it. So lidar and old school technologies where I'm at with it right now. Were the EVPs intelligent? I'm trying to remember the EVPs. I honestly,
they were like Class B, Class C.
So this investigation, I really didn't run a lot of EVPs. I told Courtney. Courtney was starting to not feel. Courtney wasn't really feeling well, and so she decided to not investigate as much. And myself, I wasn't really on this particular investigation. This particular, and I'll explain what lidar is. So in this particular investigation, I wasn't even really feeling investigating that much. I told my team that was with us that I'm going to hang back and let you guys roll more this time. I'm not going to use much equipment. I'm just going to run camera and see what happens. And I kind of hung back this time. I didn't run many EVPs. I didn't really do much of anything. I myself became the equipment. And but lidar is a technology that throws out a bunch of lasers, and what it does is it maps a geographical surface to give you a 3D image of a room.
So essentially an SLS.
Sort of, kind of, but not really. So if you're it's mainly for people who like to do home renovation. They're trying to map out a room. So it'll throw a bunch of lasers and it'll show you the dimension of a room, and it'll map out like where the furniture is at. So if something's standing in the middle of the room, the lasers are going to go around it and form a shape of whatever's in the room. So that's why I was testing it with paranormal, because if those lasers hit something that's in the room, then, or a solid that's not there, if it's gas or an atom that's there, it's going to map around it. So that goes back to Howie's theory of science. Something was formed in that chair that LiDAR picked up. And again, it dissipated. So interesting technology. Very, very technology. So would you, Sean, want to go on a hike in Locust Grove with me? I'm not sure.
Are you talking over by Meanwhile at the farm? Like that Locust Grove over there, like in Forest? Well, not Forest. I guess it would be Lynchburg.
Depends on how far the hike is. How I ain't in that military shape no more.
He said construction LiDAR was the hardest to use when he was working on Belvoir.
Now, Kyle was a engineer. I believe you were in the engineer. He was in the military. He would know a lot more about LiDAR than I would. I'm learning about it. I don't work in construction, but I'll tell you,
the
technology is great for even sonar. So Howie, using sonar, Howie came up with that theory a while back, and was talking to me about it years ago. Sonar we've gotten great results in Kentucky using sonar. So sonar and LiDAR, using sensors to detect what's in the environment that you can't see.
Thank you for your service, Kyle.
Oh yeah, Kyle and I had many conversations about that. See, Kyle, remember that was what 15
Michael
years
Brooks
ago.
said Locust Grove is near the Wilderness Battlefield.
Kyle, yeah, hit me up, Kyle. We'll talk about that. That would be fantastic. And I'll wear this hat while I'm doing it. But yeah, we got great results with using sonar in Kentucky when we were in a bar that was built in the 1800s. It was used part of the Underground Railroad, and it's a saloon. It was used during Prohibition as well, and in one of the I guess it would be a room that was used for dancing at the time. We literally sent out a signal. And it was picking up. Kyle, hit me up, brother.
He'll go hike with you, Kyle.
I'm gonna inbox you my phone number. You know I'm huge on metal detecting. But we were picking up not only signals with sonar, but when I pulled out my FLIR, when I was pulling out my FLIR, it was literally picking up cold signals of people picking up people appeared to be dancing in that room, which nobody was in the room.
Nobody
the room was
there.
empty.
It was like 4 a.m.
It was like 4 a.m. and it showed people in the room dancing, or appeared to be dancing. I don't know if they were dancing or not.
They were definitely socializing, for sure.
But they were definitely having a good time. So I'm definitely moving towards the LiDAR and old school technology as well.
And I had Ron Wood's RW1 in that room, and it was
that's the sonar.
Oh, I didn't hear sonar. Guys, I told you I'm still sick, so I couldn't hear you earlier. 2 feet away.
So going back to, Tesla and Edison, those theories that they had, I think that in the paranormal field in the world, we tend to get away from a lot of that old school stuff. Like even using it is, Howard. The RW1 is his baby.
Just like the cigar pod, the stogie pod that he made is Sean's baby.
Yes.
So yes, property owner wants people to come out that I trust. He's a combat vet. He just wants to put eyes on what we would find. We would let him know.
Hell, if he let me metal detect out there, I would give him choice as to what he wanted to keep as well.
And we plug all of our holes. Oh
But,
man.
oh man. But yeah, I would
Guys, I'm just gonna shut up at this point.
But I would love to go out there with a recorder. I've been wanting to get to the wilderness. And that's another thing, Kyle. I'm glad you brought that up. Places like the wilderness, you know, when we do locations, we pick a lot of places that have to do with history. You know, a lot of people choose places that bad things happen, that unalivings.
Shut up, Ronnie.
And I have to say, I don't know what I can and can't say because we stream on YouTube as well as other stuff.
I'm trying to tell you, Brian, I'm throwing everything I got at it. Everything. Bring it on over here.
I have to use these weird words, but like we tend to lean more towards places of history. The history aspect in the paranormal world is where we tend to lean when we're choosing places to investigate. If you notice, it has to do with war, Civil War, or Red War, or something like that.
What's up, LT?
What's up, L Tizzle?
Long time no see.
My two favorite guitar players in the same room.
Elder and Elliot.
Double
E's.
The double E's. I had them both in my camp at one time. We were dangerous during that time. Woo. We were. Them boys sounded so good together. Need to bring it back. God, if I get Whitby in here, we got the whole band.
Look, I'll take some of that too, Howie. Like I said, guys, I did recently buckle down and buy the Forgotten Home Apothecary book. I am, for those of you that don't already know it, a firm believer in homeopathic stuff. There are some things, you know, obviously you can't exactly. Yeah, Howie. Maybe. What's in it? I need to know what's in it first. I'm weird. But if it's just like potato soup, I'm good. You go to wilderness and leave flowers on Stonewall. We went there, Sean, during COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went there.
I did go see Jackson's Arm. Chancellorsville.
But yeah. So long story short, guys, I am into homeopathic stuff, and I really have been like throwing everything. I've got fire cider, I've got freaking the homemade cough syrup and all that stuff. So yeah. Oh, so Chuck is talking under Carrie, apparently.
Or they're there together.
Chuck and Carrie are one.
Well, damn, I got the whole band here.
How old is your dictaphone?
I believe I haven't looked at it very good yet. It's still in my truck, but it's I believe it's 1920s or 30s.
I'm trying to convince him to bring it in the house, get some like wax whatevers and cylinders and bring it in and just like let it play and see if it picks up anything. And he looked at me and thought I was crazy.
I don't investigate in my home.
I didn't say investigate. I said just cut it on.
Well, it's no secret we live in a haunted house.
But what if somebody has a message?
If they got a message, they can just keep talking to the air. And if I hear it, I hear it. I don't investigate at home, baby.
We're not going to talk back.
Mm-mm. Home is peace. A lot of people do investigate in their home, but I choose not to. The last thing...
Kyle, it'll probably be, just to be honest with you, it'll probably be after July that Sean will be free. Just keeping it real. There may be a rogue weekend in between.
Are you talking about getting the plans working or get the...
Oh.
I would love to go, though, just to check it out. I mean...
I'm looking for a place to move, and I will not investigate in my home moving forward. I agree.
I don't blame you. Some people do, and I don't have anything against it if people are comfortable in doing it. But you got to think, we investigate all the time, like multiple times a week, every
That's
week.
how I am, Jess.
So when I come home, that's like my downtime, my peace. I don't want to investigate. I don't want stuff to be bothering me at home. I don't want to talk to spirits at home.
And sometimes Sean cusses out the visitors who throw things across the living room.
Yeah, the last time I came home, we had a hitchhiker. And my deer antlers got thrown off the wall.
Mind you, they have been mounted there for a year and a half.
And they got cussed out. Normally I don't talk to spirits that way. I'm not Zach Baggins, but I was Zach Baggins that night. He got cussed out.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, he got cussed out. But I did want to talk, I've been watching a lot of teams investigate and here lately, more than I usually do. Been watching a lot of people do stuff. I do learn.
I love it.
Yeah, I do love that, Kyle.
Cats are definite energy absorbers.
And the more I'm watching, I don't see as many people going back to old school. So I decided to be different, going back to the roots of paranormal investigating. So those of y'all who see me, some people laugh at it, but I'm liking the results that I'm getting. And I like what I see with what I'm getting. And I had a friend actually ask me the other day, he said, how come there's no such thing as new hauntings? He said, how come everywhere everybody goes is got to be 1800s or older? I said, that's a good question. Shout out Roy Coleman. That's my boy. Me and Roy go back to elementary school. Good old Bedford County boy. And I told him, Ronnie, you are old school. We had this conversation. So I told him, I said, it's not that we don't investigate new. There's no such thing as new hauntings. If somebody dies today, that their spirit could still be here. It's that it's not as entertaining for social media. If somebody were to go into an apartment building, then somebody's not going. Not as many people would watch it. Everything has to be old, and it's more accessible. If a brand new house was built and somebody passed away in it, how hard is it to get in that house as opposed to getting into a location that's 300 years old? It just depends. It's accessibility and entertainment is pretty much why. So if anybody's wondering that, I'm just putting it out there. What's an air snooper?
Hold on, I'm gonna find out.
Courtney's looking at different stuff.
I saw air snooper. I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. What is an air snooper, y'all? This has to do with paranormal.
I probably know what it is. I just never heard it called that. So Courtney's looking up an air snooper. Vintage
energy loss detector.
Now, there's a new thing.
Yeah, there it is.
Experimenting with.
It's a 1960s. The Air Snooper Energy Loss Detector. It's a rare energy diagnostic tool made by Controlled Energy Systems. This device, with its retro design and specific functionality, is a collectible item for enthusiasts of vintage technology or those interested in energy efficiency. Its new old stock status adds to its appeal for collectors looking for items that have not been used or are from the past. What does it do? I need to know what it does. I don't know, but it's being sold on eBay.
If anybody knows what it is, it's either Ron Anderson or Howie. Check the comments.
Wait, hold on. All right, so over 40% of energy loss in a home comes from air leaks. Those uncomfortable drafts that come from dozens of places in your home or office are air leaks that cost you money even when you're not feeling them. The Air Snooper can save you time and money by simply showing you where you do and where you don't need more insulation, caulking, weather stripping, or storm windows.
The air snooper.
The air snooper. Hold on, wait. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. Shock death. All right. There's new hauntings at the cabin. Oh god. Daryl, I agree. Ronnie's old, all right. Michael Brooks said we got some EVPs from someone from the 60s or 70s. Ghosts at the cabins can be very entertaining. No one wants to know that the spirit says about the news they heard. Know what the okay. Not necessarily true. There have been a couple mediums that have done a few sessions at the Twin Towers location. They need to let everybody at the Twin Towers location rest. But we have very few places that might have been imprinted. Ronnie Anderson says it's exactly what it says it is. It's snooping out the air. But how is it used in paranormal investigating?
Well, going back to what Ryan said, he said there's new spirits at the cabin. That leads to a conversation that
Here we go.
that Howie and I talked about. Do you guys in the comments who are watching think that spirits can just be manifested at a location?
Yes.
Can spirits be put there or manifested out of nowhere?
Yeah. What about Pearl Harbor?
Yeah. So basically what I'm saying is, even if it's not a haunted place, so let's say the place has no history of death, no history of any bad thing happen, and investigators go there, could spirits be placed there or manifested there?
I believe some people can attract them more than others. What's up, Tammy? Yeah. No one died in the cabin, and yet it is active.
Okay.
Kyle, I don't know what's going on. Some people report that. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's why we pull up every comment.
I pull up all the comments.
Jess Webb said, I believe so.
I can make these.
I would say I believe they can.
Can you see all of them now, Kyle?
So I definitely believe, out of nowhere, no, but they can be communicated with through soul's necessity to protect a person or place. What's up, Tammy? People bringing in new activity coming from the thrill dealers in the field.
Bingo.
So, like, I've noticed that
we're doing good.
The thrill dealers.
Thrill dealers. There's a new drug out there, y'all.
So
thrill
dealing. A lot of people are dabbling in stuff in this field. Well, that's a good point, Michael. I don't think somebody has to die in a location for it to be haunted. Personally, I don't know. You know, I feel like we don't have answers until we cross that line.
But the thing is you don't know what happened on that land prior to the cabin being built. You also don't know what happens within a 1 mile radius. Secondly, you've got activity right next door at the Brick Rancher. So, like, I do believe that energy can travel.
Well,
I believe every time that we open up anything with any piece of equipment and we invite spirits to talk to us, they don't have a vicinity. Like, they're not like, oh, I can't go talk to them because they're 1.15 miles away. I got to stay within 1 mile.
Well, Howard said, what if a spirit returns to a place of attachment?
Well, yeah.
All these are great. Like, I don't have an answer. So all y'all's answers are possibly correct. Paulette said, remember we had a new haunt at the jail. Courtney was doing Estes method and had a young man. Oh, man. Daryl. Yes.
What's up, Butterfly?
Full name. Yeah. So all of that. Gave us a full name that died in an accident on 460. And yeah. We got I'll talk about that. Courtney was doing the Estes method. Spirit Box gave us a complete full name, and we ended up looking up that name, and they died not too far from the jail in a car accident years before that. So, Daryl, would you say
Butterfly said the
Butterfly? Is this not a hat that my character would be wearing on Red Dead?
He's probably wearing it right now, Butterfly.
I'm wearing. Get on the game, Butterfly. I'm wearing this hat tonight. I'm gonna show you this.
But
hat.
Yeah, Ronnie, the cabin has more traffic through it now. Also, people are bringing in all different kinds of energy. I do believe that energy can attach, guys. I do believe that. So, and a lot of people that are coming through a lot of these pay-to-play locations, such as the cabin, are leaving previous locations, potentially leaving them not properly, or closing that portal not properly, potentially carrying hitchhikers, and things like that, and dropping them off at other locations. And, I think that in the world of paranormal, it's just a whole whirlpool of energy. And again, the cabin sits right on the highway. You don't know what the land was before it. I'm sure there was Native American. I'm sure, prior to that. Yes, Jess, like literally it's wild, and we keep going from location to location to location. And I mean, unless we literally tell the spirits to stay there, I don't know.
And then I'm seeing people, do a lot of stuff, in locations that.
Yeah, that's a good term.
They're doing a lot of stuff. I'm seeing an uprising of seances and a lot of dark magic that's being held.
Improper seances.
Well, I can't say whether they're proper or improper. I personally, Sean Elliott Jr., don't have a clue how to properly do a seance. I don't. I know what I've read. I know what I've heard people speak on at lectures. Here's what I'll say from and I'm not speaking about one particular location. So the sensitive people in here, don't get mad at me. And if you do, I don't care. I love all y'all, but I'm just speaking my thoughts. Okay, you can agree or disagree. But I'm watching a lot of improper things, in my opinion, happen. When you open doors, you don't know what's coming through. So that's one thing that I'm thinking is happening at a lot of these locations. I am good friends with a lot of different location owners who will agree with me when I say this. When there's seances, when there's dark magic going on, you're inviting and bringing in a lot of energies that have nothing to do with the location. And it's cool.
Like 9-foot centipedes.
And it's cool for locations to bring energy in there, but it's also uncool because you have no idea what the hell you're bringing in. And suppose you bring in that wrong energy, somebody gets hurt by it. That's the only thing. When I watch this stuff, it makes great content for those people that's clicking like and sending gifts. But what's not cool about it is, what if somebody gets hurt by it? Then, of course, people sign waivers, but I wouldn't want that on my conscience as a location owner. So,
this is where clicking my QR code comes in, baby.
We do sell protection things for you. But I'm just saying, right or wrong, whether you believe in it or not, there are things that,
Oh, man.
Yes. If you don't get too mad at us, we just speak the truth and our opinions, how we feel. We're not afraid to say it. I just think that be careful when you're doing certain dark magic in seance world, opening doors.
All that.
Opening certain doors that you might not be able to close or, qualified. I'm watching people do exorcisms now online, and watching people do seances, and watching people do dark magic
thrill
stuff
seekers
in the field. And I'm sitting here watching this stuff.
Said it's not my opinion, it's what I see all the time.
And sitting here watching people do. Hey, Ronnie, I'm with you. I can't agree with you more. I see people do this stuff on live, and I'm like, man,
Jess said people will do just about anything for views, and that's so unfortunate. The spirits that are there don't deserve that, and you don't know what the heck you're inviting in.
Exactly.
All that.
Now, I will say I myself joined the content train, and you'll see me on live investigating and
We
doing
aren't
stuff.
content creators.
We just like to create content, and I do stuff on live, and but I'm not trying to do the demon thing.
I did a whole hour podcast looking like this. I keep looking at myself. I'm like, I look high.
And I know why. Because I got high. You over there smoking that Gonquaza?
No.
That chimichanga?
my what did I say earlier? Mercury's in the microwave and your chimichangas
that
are
match
not
in the
aligned.
gas can. Boom, boom.
My chimichangas are out of whack and Mercury's in the microwave.
What you got in that vaporizer device? Butterfly.
This is how Butterfly be looking at Red Dead. Oh man. I do it to share my experience. I don't care about views, likes, or money. Michelle, that's why we love you.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with entertainment. There's nothing wrong with just be careful what you're doing. Again,
we want to make sure you guys are safe.
Again, everybody needs to be safe. You don't know what you're inviting into these places. Hell, when we're investigating, we don't know what we're doing. None of us do. None of us do this properly. I get that. However, there is certain things out there that you just need to stay away from and be very weary of what you're doing. There's certain techniques in the field.
Do a cut version of Spooky Atlanta Rhythm Section.
Yeah, Brian.
Bring me some of your Papa's cornfield.
I'm waiting on Brian Elder to come out with us. Brian, you should just start in the cemetery with us, brother. We'll come down to Appomattox.
We were just down there.
Yeah, and just come out to the cemetery and hang out with us, Brian. See what we get.
Yeah.
Your energy, Brian, might bring it out.
Michelle is so amazing. She learned so well, so fast. She was incredible how she soaked up info. We don't know, but you can't open doors for... Oh, there's Wibby. What's up, Wibby?
Wibby. Shout out Chuck Whitby. Look, Ronnie, I agree with that. Don't open doors for entertainment. I'm seeing it more and more every day though on social media.
I'm gonna do a whole investigation where I'm like real extra.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna like backflip down some stairs because something grabbed me.
You gonna do it by yourself. Do it till you satisfied. I agree with that, Howie. Michelle, Michelle and I, we got to have another late night podcast, or whatever this is called.
Whatever this is called. I'll be 3 or 4 radio receivers. You never know what we might pick up. So,
Brian, it's funny you said that because Howie and I talked about that before, the radio receivers. That would be you and Howie would have a great conversation about that.
Bring Howie along.
Well, Howie,
y'all can have a crazy hat day.
Listen, don't hate on my hats, okay? Para convention season will be this year. Y'all will see me. If y'all see us there,
you're gonna see his freaking hat.
I will be in one of my Civil War hats, y'all. Guarantee it.
Well, you can't miss him anyway. He's gonna be the only black man there.
That's not true. Dalen, the Ghost Brothers are there. There's 4 of us out here, y'all. I'm original Ghost Brother, though. I was doing it before then.
Well, what makes that any different from any other time you investigate, you flasher? Oh.
Ooh.
Well, I did not flash on
Wait a minute,
camera.
Ronnie, you can't say anything because you're never there.
Right. You just be hearing. You're a second string investigator. Sit down somewhere. I'm a ham operator. Y'all, I can't. I can listen to almost anything.
You know,
Butterfly's just here to see your hat.
Butterfly. I told you, everything I do on Red Dead is in real life.
Ronnie's got a pair of hey dudes to match every hat you have.
Listen, those of y'all who are coming, Creep It Real. I'm skipping over one. What am I missing? Enigma Con. Is it Enigma Cons or Con?
Cons. Did you just skip Enigma Cons?
I didn't mean to.
Ronnie, you've been benched.
No. He's only benched when we're investigating because he doesn't come out.
Hey, Kim Brady.
Hey, Kim.
Yeah, Enigma Cons, guys, April 18th at St. Albans Sanatorium.
We'll be
Sanitarium.
Come say hi. Don't act like you don't know us.
Just come to St. Albans, y'all.
Don't act like you don't know us. Some of y'all, I know some of y'all come in just to creep, be nosy. That's cool. I appreciate it.
Yeah, these are going to be two events.
Some of y'all are friends. Most of y'all are. And I love y'all. Each and every one of y'all who support every week. I try to tell y'all that every time, too. I do mean it.
Look, Daryl's seconding our statement, Ronnie. Michael Brooks, I know. I'm so excited, guys. Enigma Cons and FBRI has an amazing lineup of guest speakers, amazing lineup of talent.
I'm going to end this. So why do we do Paracon? Why do you want to do it?
I'm vending. Where are you at?
I want to do it because I get
networking, guys. That's really why I do that.
I get a chance to see y'all. Most of y'all who are in the comments, I don't get to see y'all very often.
This is up in the air, Jess, but most likely.
Probably not.
This is up in the air. We keep going back and forth with this.
Probably not.
It's possible.
But it's possible. But I would love to see y'all. I get to see most of you guys. So that's why I go to these para conventions.
Yeah.
But, we're going to be there at Enigma Cons. So, come say hi, stop by the table, chat with us. I'm definitely going to come see all of y'all that are there. I'm really looking forward to Creep It Real.
Yeah, Creep It is going to be one for the books, y'all.
And it's not so much I'm downing.
And it's my birthday. Creep It is my birthday. Like, actually on the day. Like, not even that weekend. Like, on the actual day. Can't get any better than that.
And it's not that I'm downing any other Paracon.
A legend was born that day.
But yes, it's Courtney's birthday, and
a legend was born.
She actually has helped co-hosting this with a really awesome team, Unique Paranormal.
1.5.
1.5. So I'm really excited about that. I don't know which other ones we're going to.
We're going to see our faces a lot this year, baby.
So make sure y'all come by and say hi if you see us.
Absolutely. This is why I'm completely unhinged. Gemini season is coming.
So I'm about to get on my nerd level here. I'm about to take this hat and get on my video games. I'm going to hit up Butterfly here.
Yeah. Butterfly, get on RDR too.
Butterfly, quit ignoring my invite.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
We love Butterfly. We've been rolling with Butterfly for like 6 years now.
Those that are in the Pennsylvania area, there is a huge event announcement coming soon for May 2nd in the Central PA area. So keep watch on Hill City After Dark's page, guys, because we are definitely going to do that.
It's going to be huge.
And if you guys are interested in any products that we have to offer on our website, www.hillcityafterdark.com, or smash that QR code. We have spiritual protection items, candles, crystal charge candles,
black salt,
all the goodies, guys. Sean has also dabbled for the guys. If you've got a beard, he's got some manly products on there for you. And then coming soon, there will be some foot products, guys, and some balms and body butters. So yeah, definitely stay tuned. Definitely stay tuned. Yeah, we can't forget about our canines, guys. We've got the Sentinel balm. It's paw and nose balm for your pooches. Okay, so hillcityafterdark.com, guys. Until next Tuesday, 8 p.m. I'm Courtney.
I'm Sean.
We'll see you on the other side.